All right, what is going on, guys? Today's going to be a pretty quick video. I made $315 today. I took 3 trades. One on NQ, which is my winner, $431. Two on gold, just two small losers, $74.72. And that puts my account up $668. This is week 3 of the funded 50K account through Tradeify. So let's hop on the charts real fast and just go over the one really kind of a killer trick that got me a really good payday today. So Sunday into Monday, we were just moving straight up through this range here. As you can see, there's hardly any pullbacks, kind of just going up. We had this new week opening gap down here that I put out, which was kind of like my main draw for today. As you guys know, I've made a video before that said never fade the new week opening gap. So every single Monday, I've been pretty good at identifying it, at least putting it on my chart to see if just as like another confluence with where price is going to go for the day. We had London and Asia lows down here. They're kind of stacked. We had this low resistance liquidity. A really good confluence that I've been finding is kind of labeling this low resistance liquidity when it stacks up like this on like just small kind of trend line liquidity. And there's a pretty good example in gold today where we had like this low resistance trend line liquidity and this kind of pocket right here. And that's really the reason why I had 2 losses on gold today, was because we were going into a higher time frame FVG, and we did get one kind of fake out reaction, and we had a lot of really good targets up here with London highs, New York AM highs, and then all-time highs, as well as stacking up those trend line liquidity. We had this relative equal highs on this 5-minute chart. So all of the targets were there, and confluences, and so I classify those as pretty good trades and good losers. I wasn't risking a lot because I had a really good winner this morning, so I was just keeping my risk low, and I was just going to take the trade if it gave it to me. So yeah, this morning I kind of broke my rules. I took a trade like literally right at 6:30. This might have been, like 6:32, but I've kind of just like seen the market react really quickly right at market open on days like this where like all the liquidity is just like stacked up, and it's like pretty obvious in which direction price is going to go. And so like even in this example today, like if I would have waited until 6:40, then I would have already been like mid-range and like looking for an entry on some fair value gap retest if it even gives that. And then even that entry is kind of like compromised and like in some ways have a lower probability. So we had this low resistance right here, and I really wanted to get in before it hit all this. My first TP was this low of this low resistance liquidity kind of area. And yeah, it was just like pretty simple trading today. I only entered with 2 contracts, only risked $76 because of my early entry. I wanted to make sure that the loser was going to be small, and I really did have like a whole range to kind of work with. So making $400 was pretty simple with only 2 contracts, which is perfect. Right off market rip, we ended up making these like relative equal lows on the 1-minute chart through this little like consolidation range. And that was kind of the last thing that I put on my chart. And then right at 6:28, we had this huge kind of manipulation candle up that just grabbed all of this liquidity up here. We had a 1-hour high on this blue line that it grabbed, kind of went all the way up to that fair value gap range. And right there was my entry. I just waited for that fair value gap to have an inversion, close below it. We had this big wick that kind of took out all of this liquidity, which was kind of unfortunate, but I just knew that like the opportunity was there and that I just needed to go for it. So on one of these wicks back up into the inversion, I just went short with 2 contracts, risk $70. The risk to reward ratio was 1 to 8. So it was just a really solid play. Like I said, took one contract right here, moved my stop loss to break even, which was also a positive of kind of entering early, was that most likely my position wasn't going to get stopped at break even. And then my last contract was right at these London lows, which was before the new week opening gap and before Asia low. But I just wanted to take my profit. $400 is kind of like a max win right now. If I want to target like a decent payout number, I don't want to make my target too high. I don't want to have to like grow my account to like $6,000 in order to like finally get a payout, just because this is going to be my first payout. And so I just want to make consistent gains to it. But yeah, that's about it. That's kind of what I picked up on today in the last few days, how I've been just labeling those really easy and quick draws of liquidity. Yeah, we're just going to keep chugging away. So I will check back in tomorrow if I trade, and yep, keep you guys in tune. So I'll see you guys later.